In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything I know about thrifting so that your thrift hauls can look a little bit more like these and less like these. That includes the best thrift stores to go to, the best days to go thrifting, and even the exact perfect time to go to the thrift shop. But before I tell you all of that, why should you guys be listening to me? Give me 30 seconds. Hey guys, my name is Tin and this is my YouTube channel. Thrifting is by far one of my favorite things to do. Some of you guys might know me from my TikTok, Tin's Thrift Shop. And if you guys also didn't know, I basically want to try to build the best vintage website, tinsthriftshop.com. And luckily for us, it was just tax season. That means I tracked every single time I went to the thrift store within the last year. And you guys won't believe this. In the last year, I went to the thrift store 142 times.
Stop it. Get some help.
But I'm going to use all of this information so that we can thrift better. And the first step is finding a thrift store. There are two kinds of thrift shops: your independent thrift shops and commercial thrift stores. And when it comes to thrifting, generally the big chain thrift stores are going to be your best bet. This includes your Goodwills, your Salvation Armies, and your Savers. I know these stores get a bad rap, but when it comes to strictly thrifting, these are the best options. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. What about the bins? Well, as someone who's gone to the bins quite often in the past, I personally think that they are so overrated. If you guys haven't gone before, it's basically like you're fighting for food. And personally, I hate being rushed when I'm thrifting. And one of the worst part about the bins is you spend like 90% of the time just waiting. That's why I prefer going to the racks over the bins. My personal favorite thrift has to be Value Village. They organize everything by size and color, which is really nice because looking through the thrift shop can get so boring sometimes. And that's also part of the reason I started my website, tinsthriftshop.com. It basically feels like you're thrifting, but you're at home and you're on your phone. At the end of the day, just find a thrift store near your house that you like to shop at. Now that you've chosen what thrift store to go to, you gotta figure out when you're going. More specifically, what day are you going thrifting? One of the most important parts of thrifting is consistency. And if we're breaking this down to a science, we want to be going consistently on the best days. Now, do you guys remember when I said I tracked every single time I went to the thrift the last year? Not only did I track how much I spent, I also tracked how much I spent on average of each day of the week. This will help us determine the best days and the worst days to go to the thrift shop. Now, this is super valuable information, and all I ask is that you guys hit the like button. Here's a graph, and on it are the 7 days of the week and how much I spent on average that day. We're gonna use that variable to figure out the best and worst days to thrift. This is a huge sample size, so let's take a look at the data. I was spending on average the most amount of money during the middle of the week. With Wednesday being the best day to thrift, I was spending on average more than $23 every Wednesday. Thursdays and Fridays also seem to be really good days to thrift. And if we also look at the graph, it looks like Sunday is the worst day to thrift. I was spending on average less than $12 on Sundays. So we figured it out. The best thrift stores to go to and the best days to go thrifting. What about the best time to go thrifting? Luckily, I've also gone back and tracked the exact time at which my card was charged at the thrift store. Here's another graph, and this one shows us the average amount spent at the thrift store within 30-minute intervals. Now again guys, before we figure out the exact best time to thrift, this information is super valuable. And I feel like people who thrift might not want this information out there, but I want to see all of you guys in the thrift shop and help make it easier for you guys. Now, let's take a deeper look at this graph and how it can help you guys thrift better. As I predicted, I spent on average the least amount of money at the thrift store in the morning. Mostly because all the new clothes haven't been put out yet. Now here's where it gets good. From 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. seems to be the best time to thrift. As you can see, I usually end up spending over $20 when I go during this time period. So if you're looking for the best time to go thrifting, it seems to be around noon. But if we go back to the graph here, there seems to be another prime time to go thrifting. And it seems to be from that time period of 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So there you go guys, we've determined that the most optimal time to go to the thrift store is during the middle of the week around noon time. And if you can't make it during noon, don't worry because 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. seems to also be a good time to go thrifting. So in this video, we figured out the best thrift stores to go to, the best days of the week to go thrifting, and the exact best time to go to the thrift shop. But all of this is useless if you don't know what you're looking for in the thrift. And that's the goal with this channel. I'm going to be doing my best to bring you guys the best content about fashion, vintage, and thrifting. And if you're new to thrifting, I really hope this video helped you out. Make sure you tag me on my Instagram with your thrift hauls. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.